Yeah, Lester Marrow. Yo, but I'm talking about back in the days, man. They was talking about, do good in school, get your degree, get your diploma, stuff like that. I'm telling you, man, we was like, yeah, that sound cool, but when that cocaine hit, oh man, it was over. It was, the heroin thing was crazy. So that's what we made thousands of dollars off and everything. But when the cocaine and they started doing the chemistry with the cocaine, it got out of hand, man, because we was young. So imagine you was 17 years old and everybody getting money in Harlem with the heroin. So you got older women fly with Mercedes Benzes and Minks and they liking that cocaine, but when you made that cocaine into that freebase, see when they did that, oh man, it was over. It was over because you had the flyest chicks. So, because you got to understand the reason why they call it the base house. Way before they even labeled crack cocaine, it was just freebase. They labeled it. That's why I say, man, the white people, they know everything because they need some scumbag motherfuckers too. That's why I call them white niggas, the white niggas. But they the real niggas. You know what I'm saying? They invented the word nigga. But at the same time, I love them niggas because niggas have fun. We done did so much shit. Like, I'm messing with the chicks with the Benzes, older chicks banging them. They smoke, because as soon as you walk in the spot, I walked in Shorty crib, and she was a nice joint, nice house, everything. I came up in there with mad coke. She was like, "Nah, let me put this in this joint, in a glass bottle, and put some baking soda and all that." And I was like, "What you doing? What the fuck is going on?" She was like, "Nah, I'm gonna show you some shit." She been around the rich motherfucker. This is like in the early, this is like the late 70s, 80s. So I'm like, what the fuck? She got all this fly shit, a house laced out. I'm like, what? And she put that shit in the pot, in a bottle, cooked that shit. Yo, she rolled up on the nigga, butt ass nigga, like, here, here, here. And she ain't let it get hard. She cooked that shit till it was wet and had a big ass glass of some crazy shit. She should smoke that shit. And I was like, oh my motherfucking gizzard. She smoked that shit and nigga, we some long old dick niggas. She cooking it, nigga banging her. This shit was crazy all through the crib. And then next thing you know, a girlfriend came through, another nigga and two other chicks came through, and I'm sitting there butt ass naked. And they like, yo, what's up? Shorty and them, family them going back. I don't know, he had another nigga, I don't know what was going on with them niggas. But I'm like, damn, that was the base house. That's how the base house was going. Niggas talk about like, yo, Poe and them. Yeah, nigga, we all came up together, nigga. From the base houses and all that shit. Not even that, because we get real money. And you wouldn't know about freebasing if you was just the average job working person because that shit was expensive. It was $100 a gram back then. So you had to really be touching some money. But we was touching that heroin money, hard body. This is before crack was even thought of. So, you had to be a part of that caliber to even be around those type of people who had that type of money. And trust me, in that base house, all the richest people came in that joint. All the richest people, from AJ Lester clothing to all the top drug dealers, the cats who got keys and break stash, they all coming up in there. Niggas get murdered in the base house. They labeled it the crack house now, but it was the base house. and it was all cats who had money. So it was so much going on. Oh man, come on, we done seen the best of them. And then, and this is in Harlem. I'm talking about we up on the Upper West Side. You know what I'm saying? Cocaine everywhere, bricks. But you know what? The whole moral to the story is this. You know, everybody was getting money, but this is how the real story was, how the crack cocaine and all that came into effect, because they labeled it crack cocaine, like they labeled it rap. But what was it really? Was really the bass house. That's what I was labeled. I go by Harlem, you know. Wasn't just hip hop. That shit was the jam. That shit was the block party. How you want to label that shit 20 million ways, you know? So there's no actual real understanding of nothing, but it is an actual understanding of what it is and what it was, all in your opinion, how it went. So it's all good. But I'm going to tell you, the bass house, I'm telling you, man, you seen some shit in there that you ain't want to see, man. I seen a nigga stab a nigga with a sword. This nigga pull out a sword, just killing niggas. I'm like, oh, these niggas gonna kill me. They was like, nah, good looking, B. Oh, I'm like, hold up. As I seen this nigga pull a hammer, I'm like, yo, my nigga, what you doing? So Poppy caught the nigga, stabbed the nigga, so it's coke everywhere. All in the joint, this nigga dead on the floor. Nigga stuck a sword in this nigga, B. Nigga was like, ah, nigga was dead, so Poppy like, fuck that, yo, take all that shit. I'm like, what? He said, yo, take all the cocaine, get out of the apartment. I'm like, what? You want me, this shit look like 2 keys? What the fuck, Pop? Yo, Pop, you know I'm getting, nah, it's too much coke. Pop laughing, he's like, yo. So he told his mans them downstairs, because the other man ran downstairs, they shot that nigga. So I'm coming out, I'm the only black nigga. But Pop like, yo, that's my fucking heart. Don't do shit to that nigga. Pop like, you ain't gonna take it. I'm like, hell no. He said, now you gotta take half this shit. I'm walking out with a whole half a brick like, oh shit, Pop. Pop was my nigga, you know? And that's how I fuck with so many. I learned that my brothers was real. We may call the Spanish or black and shit like that. Nah, it's just real. I don't give a fuck where you at. There's always gonna be somebody real around you. And there's gonna be some scumbags too. The scumbags, oh man. I done seen the nigga shit in the floor just on GP in front of the class. Like, teacher, I don't give a fuck. We like, yo, my nigga, what you doing? I'm gonna shit right here on the teacher desk. And niggas was like, and this nigga ate. I don't know what this nigga ate.